sales event. Get a dream deal on a 2015 CR-V with standard rear-view camera. Now at your Honda dealer.
We make meeting times, lunch times, and conference times. But what we'd rather be making are tea times. Tea times are the official start of what we love to do. The time for shots we'd rather forget, and the ones we'll talk about forever. In Michigan, long days, relaxing weather, and more than 800 pristine courses make for the perfect tea time. Because being able to play all day is pure Michigan. Your trip begins at michigan.org.
Currently in our area, 89 degrees under fair skies. Today, sun and clouds mixed. A stray shower or thunderstorm is possible. High 89. Tonight, partly cloudy with a late night shower or thunderstorm. Low 75. Chance of rain 40%. Monday, thunderstorms developing in the afternoon. High 87. Rainfall near an inch. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Welcome back to Weekend Recharge. Damage pictures coming in now from this morning's severe weather, including these from Fort Mitchell, Alabama. You can see the siding of this house, even the roof of this one, damaged by potentially a tornado, but definitely at the very least, strong straight line winds.
So this has been an area that was hard hit this morning. They still have the heavy rain. We do know that the National Weather Service is expecting to send a survey team out to Russell County. There too, we had that tornado warning earlier, and confirmed tornado, at least a sighted tornado in that region.
Yeah, there definitely was a confirmed tornado about 60 miles south of this area in Abbeville, Alabama. The good news is things are quieting down there, but you can see those storms, the history of the damage that these storms have produced as they rolled across lower Alabama, and even some flash flooding going on, and also just south of Columbus. That's where the pictures were from Fort Mitchell, Georgia, that structural damage was reported near the intersection of Highway 165 here in Alabama, and the extent of damage is unknown at the time. Possible tornado in that area. And again, you see that one red circle, which was in Abbeville, just to the northwest of Dothan.
And we welcome you back to this extended live coverage of the severe weather, which is still ongoing. And it's not just the heavy rain right now, but we still have a few areas that need to be given a heads up over the next few hours, including Atlanta.
Yeah, the rain's still coming down scattered right now, not as heavy in downtown, so enjoy it while it lasts, because do not let this fool you. It is not over by far. As we head towards the heating of the day, we'll see more thunderstorms erupt, as well as south of here. We're still seeing discrete thunderstorms popping up, and they still have a chance of producing some brief and weak tornadoes, and they can definitely do damage. But Maria, the damage already done at Atlanta's airport.
Yeah, you know, it's pretty tough to get Atlanta to do delays unless you have thunderstorms, and that's what we're finding right now. And the delays that are being reported aren't terrible. They're on the order of 30 to maybe 45 minutes, but they're kind of getting bigger here. As you can imagine, the airport is located on the south side of Atlanta's downtown, and that's where we've seen some pretty nasty thunderstorms. So right now, again, about 45-minute delays, but regardless, a very busy airport, one of many busy airports that are going to be impacted by this system. And it's not just today, but tomorrow. So we want to help you out. It's a busy travel day today. Certainly for a Monday, that is the case, whether it's for business or pleasure. We have a couple of heads up. Let's talk about the morning drive and where you're going to run into some of the problems. And again, we're talking about the Northeast, looking at showers and a few thunderstorms, but also the Ohio Valley, Chicago included, as you get into Cincinnati, Louisville, and Lexington, down into Nashville. So we'll keep an eye on that. Otherwise, sun glare may be your big travel issue in parts of the South. Dallas looking okay for travel early on tomorrow. And then the evening commute, this is where we're really concerned. See that area in red? That is basically the entire I-95 corridor as you exit out of Philly all the way down into Florida. So a big heads up there as the showers and thunderstorms are going to be really going at that point. Otherwise, across the country looking to be in pretty good shape. LAX and San Francisco, for example. Let's stick with that and talk about where the problem airports may be. If you're leaving or arriving from any of these, let's see what you're going to encounter. For New York, you may expect some delays. We've got the wind, the low clouds a factor, certainly for the morning and in the afternoon for the big New York metro airports. DC as well. This could be a real bottleneck here in the air. But Atlanta looks pretty good as the weather's moving out. And Chicago we'll keep an eye on because of the showers and the clouds, Paul.
Well, a lot of people trying to travel into Boston right now. Take a live look. Looking gorgeous right now, except it's kind of cold. 49 degrees. Our average this time of the year should be in the mid-50s, and it is chilly out there. And that blue sky, enjoy it while it lasts because you have hours left and also hours before the clouds get here. You can see the shield already passing through parts of New York and Long Island, eventually coming into Boston. But what's also coming is this wet weather, rain on the way in there as well. We don't expect severe weather, but rain, and that will impact a huge event tomorrow in Boston, the Boston Marathon, kicking off around 10 a.m. in the morning. There's a warm front coming on through here, bringing plenty of rain across the Ohio Valley and into the Mid-Atlantic. Eventually, that comes into the Northeast. We'll time this out here. Again, rain showers tonight on the way in. I hope you enjoyed yesterday in D.C., a gorgeous day. Today, clouds coming in, maybe some rain showers before you head to bed tonight. And again, you wake up with some showers, maybe some thunderstorms in D.C. moving on through Philly. And eventually, as you start the rush in New York City, here comes the rain. Boston Marathon probably starting dry, ending with wet weather. Unless you can run under 4 hours. I know I can't. I only run when chased. But meanwhile, in the afternoon, watching more thunderstorms. Some of these could be strong and severe from areas of northern Pennsylvania right on into the D.C. and Baltimore area. In fact, the risk for severe weather tomorrow extends from the Mid-Atlantic all the way back into northern Florida.
Hi, Tom.
Hey, how's the college visit?
You remembered. It's good.
Does it make the short list?
You remember that too. Yeah, I'm afraid so.
Knowing our clients personally is what we do.
It's okay. This is what we've been planning for.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.
And with over 13,000 financial advisors, we do it a lot. It's why Edward Jones is the big company that doesn't act that way.
We're here today asking kids what their favorite vegetable is.
Kids?
Now we're going to give those same kids Bush's Baked Beans.
That's good.
And finally, we're going to tell them that Bush's Baked Beans are actually a
Ixnay on the vegetable bay.
Oh, right. Bush's secret family recipe gives them a delicious flavor, so they're a vegetable that kids actually like.
Bush's Baked Beans. Try our new brown sugar hickory.
What's going on? Toaster's broken. Which means no Eggo waffles. Something smells delicious.
Eggo.
Lego my Eggo breakfast sandwich.
It's sweet, it's savory, it's in your microwave.
Lego my Eggo breakfast sandwich.
Your heart is precious. One of many ways to support its health is new True Heart from One A Day. It's the only heart health supplement with ingredients to both help lower bad cholesterol and support healthy blood pressure, and also includes CoQ10. Try new True Heart.
Hey neighbor, get rid of unwelcome grass and weeds with expert advice and the right products at your neighborhood Ace, like Roundup Weed and Grass Killer, only $13.99 after $4 instant savings. Getting help at Ace is like going to your neighbor.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Tonight at 9.
One man's trash.
This is perfect.
Is another man's wood-powered Jeep gasifier.
Brainstormers. Tonight at 9. Only on the Weather Channel.
Habitat for Humanity of Palm Beach County is a nonprofit organization dedicated to bringing people together to build safe, decent, affordable housing to serve low-income and hardworking families in our community. You can help Habitat's mission through home sponsorship, monetary donations, volunteering, or by donating sellable household items and building supplies to our restores. You can learn more at habitatpbc.org.
Strong. It comes from a place where raw strength is just a starting point. Where doing something means doing it right. Where unrivaled dependability is backed by the strongest warranty in the business. And the only job is a job well done. Welcome to Strongsville. Experience Cub Cadet strong with the new XT Enduro Series. Find exceptional financing and a dealer near you.
Currently in our area, 89 degrees under fair skies. Today, sun and clouds mixed. A stray shower or thunderstorm is possible. High 89. Tonight, partly cloudy with a late night shower or thunderstorm. Low 75. Chance of rain 40%. Monday, thunderstorms developing in the afternoon. High 87. Rainfall near an inch. Here's our 7-day outlook.
A lot of severe weather that we've dealt with over the last few days. You got a glimpse of it, and still happening today. A lot to get through.
That's right. Weather just doesn't happen Monday through Friday. It continues to go. In fact, it's moving on today. It's going to continue tomorrow as well. Let's take a look at right now at what we're dealing with for the rest of this Sunday evening. You can see the radar still firing up here. The good news is we're no longer dealing with any severe, any tornado warnings. We still have a tornado watch up, but right now we're dealing with a couple of tornado, I should say, severe thunderstorm warnings still going on here in areas of middle Georgia. Again, Bleckley, Houston, as well as Pulaski counties under severe thunderstorm warnings until 1:15, another 25 minutes with these cells. And again, even south of there, still watching some pretty nasty thunderstorms erupt. Still can't rule out some of those starting to spin up, and brief tornadoes are not out of the question because we're still under a tornado watch across this area. Now, as we head throughout the afternoon, storms blasting out across the into the low country of South Carolina, where the PGA Tour is playing at Harbor Town there in Hilton Head. The good news is they moved up all the rounds. They're playing in threesomes. They had split tees, so they should be done by 2:30, which is good news because we talk about more rain, more lightning coming in. It is not what you want to have out on the golf courses. Tens of thousands of people and professional golfers when you have this type of weather coming in. But also Atlanta. If you got some, I wouldn't say dry, but if you have no rain falling right now, enjoy it. Do what you got to do because we have more rain erupting, perhaps even more thunderstorms towards the afternoon. But today is not only about areas of the southeast. Take a look a little farther west. As we head towards this afternoon, here we go again. Parts of East Texas into Louisiana, into Arkansas. Thunderstorms are firing up, and they will continue to get strong and severe as we head through this evening. Even Nashville, a few scattered showers, but now we're talking about Little Rock and even Memphis as we head towards dinner time. Thunderstorms erupt here, and we're talking about the risk of tornadoes as well. And eventually, overnight, they're rolling into Middle Tennessee. Even Nashville could have an overnight threat of severe weather, including tornadoes. That also goes for northern Mississippi, even northern Alabama, Birmingham. You also have another threat overnight.
When a moment spontaneously turns romantic, why pause to take a pill? And why stop what you're doing to find a bathroom? With Cialis for daily use, you don't have to plan around either. It's the only daily tablet approved to treat erectile dysfunction, so you can be ready anytime the moment is right. Plus, Cialis treats the frustrating urinary symptoms of BPH, like needing to go frequently, day or night. Tell your doctor about all your medical conditions and medicines and ask if your heart is healthy enough for sex. Do not take Cialis if you take nitrates for chest pain, as it may cause an unsafe drop in blood pressure. Do not drink alcohol in excess. Side effects may include headache, upset stomach, delayed backache, or muscle ache. To avoid long-term injury, get medical help right away for an erection lasting more than 4 hours. If you have any sudden decrease or loss in hearing or vision, or any symptoms of an allergic reaction, stop taking Cialis and get medical help right away. Why pause the moment? Ask your doctor about Cialis for daily use. For a free 30-tablet trial, go to Cialis.com.
So großartige Autos werden nur in Deutschland gebaut. So großartige Autos werden nur in Deutschland gebaut. So großartige Autos werden nur in Deutschland gebaut. Ach, verdammt! I said it 3 times and it's still not true.
Performance is now an American thing. Introducing the all-new Chrysler 200. America's import. Find it at Chrysler.com.
With Crizal No Glare lenses, neither water, nor scratch, nor smudge, nor glare of night can keep you. And Crizal has ESPF 25 to protect your eyes from the damaging rays of the sun. Crizal. Live life in the clear.
I take these out to put in Dr. Scholl's Active Series insoles. They help reduce wear and tear on my legs because they have triple zone protection and reduce shock by 40%. So I feel like I'm ready to take on anything.
Average women's shirts versus hot-tempered heat. Duluth Trading Armachillo shirts versus hot-tempered heat. Duluth Armachillo shirts. Put the heat on hold. Crank the cold. Get one. Only at DuluthTrading.com.
Control the weather. That's looking good. So we build things to harness it. That's awesome. They hit the water. Game on.
Up here in Southeast Alaska, Coast Guard's last line of defense.
This is about how far you can push yourself.
Right now, this is the south side of Atlanta along I-75 and 675 in Morrow, Georgia. You can see wet roadways, gray skies, but traffic is moving right now.
They are hauling. I mean, every trip
right.
in Atlanta, if you're not doing 60, you need to get off of the right lane. I mean, because even the right lane, the slow lane goes 60, and left lane about 80 is on average.
Yeah, but a lot of ponding on the roadways.
Not slowing those people down.
Yeah, but you got to, because that hydroplaning can be pretty dangerous. So just heads up there. But we welcome you back. We've been tracking the severe weather. We still have a little bit left as far as active warnings go, but we certainly still have the watches posted. This officially out until 3 o'clock Eastern time in red. But notice how you've seen these little chunks kind of getting eaten out. That's the Storm Prediction Center saying, okay, things have calmed down a little bit. The conditions aren't as favorable in those spots anymore.
That's great news. But again, parts of middle Georgia are not in that. We're still tornadoes, and you're seeing a severe thunderstorm warning right now for Bleckley, Houston, and Pulaski counties, but south of there are still watching some discrete cells. Some of those can start rotating and produce brief tornadoes, even down towards Tifton, Georgia. Would not rule out the risk of even seeing more severe weather and maybe even tornadoes as we head through this afternoon.
And the National Weather Service highlighting that kind of feature. So our guard is not down, and we'll be with you. So again, today, looking at the threat, we've been talking about Alabama, Georgia, Florida, but also off to the west, Arkansas, Louisiana, Mississippi in particular. We do think that things are going to get pretty nasty fire up as we get through the day later on. Yeah,
again, so we have torcons or risk of tornadoes all across the region, South Carolina, Georgia, 4 on the torcon there, a little farther to the west as we head through this afternoon, this evening, talking about eastern and southern Arkansas, north and western Louisiana. We have a 4 there. And again, even cities like Memphis, we have that risk of tornadoes tonight.
And when you think you're done, you're not, because tomorrow a huge area of risk for severe weather. Pittsburgh, Philadelphia, down to Jacksonville, Charleston, Raleigh, Charlotte, D.C. You're in on it. It's not just, though, hail and heavy rain and damaging winds. It's actually tornado threat tomorrow, 4 of 10 for southeastern Pennsylvania and South Jersey tomorrow.
Yeah, talking about Delaware, even Philly, even D.C. in that risk as well as much of eastern West Virginia and Maryland. You got a 3 of the torcon. And while there's no severe risk in tomorrow, and you will have rain.
All right, we up next to American Supernatural, then severe weather coverage resumes at 4 p.m. Eastern Time.
Currently in our area, 89 degrees under fair skies. Today, sun and clouds mixed. A stray shower or thunderstorm is possible. High 89. Tonight, partly cloudy with a late night shower or thunderstorm. Low 75. Chance of rain 40%. Monday, thunderstorms developing in the afternoon. High 87. Rainfall near an inch. Here's our 7-day outlook.
I'm meteorologist Maria LaRosa tracking the severe threat as we go through the next few hours. Includes a tornado watch posted out until 3 o'clock Eastern time. It still includes Atlanta, Macon, Albany, down in towards Tallahassee. But you can start to see some of the box being eaten away. That's some good news. Things are getting a little bit calmer, at least for now. But you still have a lot of rainfall. And everywhere you see the yellow boxes, that's a severe thunderstorm warning. So still capable of producing winds in excess of 60 miles per hour. We see the threat shift into South Carolina later today with this particular batch. Still the potential for more storm development later this afternoon for northern Alabama and Georgia, but also back to the west, Little Rock, Memphis, Tupelo, all areas under the risk as we get into the evening hours, including that tornado risk with some of these larger and more powerful showers and thunderstorms. And then it's the East Coast that will watch for that severe threat tomorrow. Again today, though, all the way from Little Rock to Atlanta, Jacksonville, be on the lookout for severe storms. We'll be with you through the afternoon, but next, American Supernatural.
Hurricanes are a fact of life in Florida. But in Sanford, some of these massive storms seem to...
On the day that they began dumping dirt on top of the graves, Florida was hit with one of the worst hurricanes in generations.
Because when you disturb the graves of Sanford's original settlers, legend says there's hell to pay.
I was paralyzed with fear.
My heart was pounding a mile a minute. I'll never forget that face as long as I live. There was this big sense of, oh my God, what was that?
And when hurricane season hits the I-4 dead zone, locals know to tread lightly.
It was called Deadly Donna. Hurricane Donna makes a turn and rolled its way right over top of the field of the dead.
But on this stretch of haunted highway, hurricanes aren't the only deadly force, and cars aren't the only things that go bump in the night.
Some of the drivers have reported apparitions. They see a ghostly mist, and they get into an accident.
I knew we were in for trouble. Some sort of a ghostly revenge, payback time.
In Sanford, Florida, there's a quarter-mile stretch of highway at the base of the St. Johns River Bridge that's at the heart of a local legend. And it's a legend that has everyone in town talking.
Before I-4 was built, the land was called the Field of the Dead. My whole family knows about the legend. I refuse to drive through the dead zone. I will go out of my way to avoid it. You could not pay me enough money.
I did not realize that there was grave sites under I-4 there until I did a little research, and I guess I'm kind of glad that we're in the water as opposed to driving across there.
While locals may steer clear of this haunted highway, Tony Santiago, a Chicago native, has made the trek through the I-4